Hello, students and parents. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. For reading, we're going to look at the constructed response model again. We're going to review the right change. This was a passage that you have already read. There's 6 questions. You should have your constructed response pyramid in front of you. I'm going to answer the first question, and then I expect you to answer questions 2 through 6. You're going to need a highlighter and a pencil. In just about every case that we're asked a question about a particular passage, we're going to try and use the constructed response model. We try and turn the question into a statement and answer the question. That's these 2 parts of our triangle, constructed response triangle. So, restating the question as a statement sometimes is difficult, but I'm going to show you how to do that. Answering the question is a must, because the answer to the question, if that's incorrect, then the whole thing falls apart. Highlight in the text where your answer was found. We kind of did all 3 things here at the same time. I'm going to show you where I'm going to find that answer and highlight it in the text. You should have some highlighters at home to do that. Then the last part is your personal response. In other words, answer this question in a way that, what if it happened to you or applies to you? What part of this question is something that you can think about that you've experienced or you know something about? So that could be a reflection, could be a thought, just thinking about, maybe making up a situation where you might behave the same way as the character did. Could be an opinion. You could agree or disagree with the character and what they're doing. Or another memory. So thought and memory are almost similar. So that's how we're going to conclude or finish our constructed response. So let's see how that's going to work. Here's an example. We're going to use the passage that we've already read called The Right Change. So I'd recommend reading through this passage one time again. Or you can read the questions and then go back to the passage. I think I'm going to read the questions, and then when I read the passage, I'll be looking for the answers to these questions. How much money did Leah and her cousin have to spend? I'm already thinking of how to turn that question into a statement. On the big day, what were the 2 girls going to buy first? I know the answer already to that one, because I remember reading this passage. How did the author describe the peach shake? I don't remember this one, so I'm going to have to find that. What does the word glimpse mean? I remember that also, but I'm going to try and find that word in the passage because I have to highlight that section of the passage. The story setting is in what location? I'm pretty sure I know that one too, because I know what the setting is. It's the where and when the story takes place. Why did Leah's cousins go back to the fruit shake man? Give an answer to how she felt. Not real sure about this one. How she felt. I think I have an idea. So I'm just going to answer the first question for you, and then I want you to go through and answer questions 2 through 6. How much money did Leah and her cousin have to spend? Now I'm going to go through and read the passage, see if I can find that. My cousin Leah and I each had a $10 bill that we could spend at the school carnival. For weeks we had talked about the big day and what we would do. Okay, so that's paragraph 1. And I think that's the answer to my question. I'm going to change this to a statement. That's kind of hard. I'm going to give it my best shot, though. I'm going to say, Leah and her cousin I got that right from here. Leah and her cousin each had, what did it say here? Each had a $10 bill. They could spend. Okay. So I changed my question into a statement and answered the question. How much money did Leah and her cousin have to spend? Leah and her cousin each had a $10 bill they could spend. Now I've got to do number 2. That was number 1. Now I've got to number 2. Highlight the text where your answer was found. I have a yellow highlighter. You might have a different color. And that was this sentence. I'm going to highlight the whole sentence, even though I didn't use the whole sentence. Highlight the whole sentence where you think that answers the question. I'm pretty sure that's where the text confirms that, yes, this is the right answer. If the answer's in the text, it's 100% correct. If the answer's not in the text, then it's wrong. Okay, you've got to use the text to come up with your answers. Now I'm down to adding a personal response. Well, when I was young, my parents used to give me $10 a month for doing chores around the house. Maybe you have the same thing. I had to go outside and cut the plants and mow the lawn, things like that. I don't see many lawns on the reservation, but you have horses, so I'm sure you help with that. So I'm going to say, from my personal experience, I'm going to say, if I did my chores each month, I would get $10. That's how I understand. That's how I got $10. Maybe $10 was just given to them by their parents to spend at the fair. My parents used to do that also. But I can't remember how much they gave me at the fair. But I remember doing chores for $10, so that's what I'm going to put down. This answer, there's all kinds of ways you can answer the end of this, adding your personal response and concluding your constructed response. Okay? On the big day, what were the 2 girls going to buy first? So find that in your passage, highlight it, change this into a statement, and answer the question. Same thing for 3 through 6. Give this a shot. Practice it at best you can. And I look forward to adding your personal responses. Those are the ones I enjoy reading the most.